Hello and welcome to Greg's Channel 1. I am Greg and this is Channel 1. I have a co-host for this episode. This is Todd. He's from The Fox and the Hound. Bit of a journey before we get to his story, but we will. Now, just to let you know, this is my Disney playlist, so welcome back. This is the 10th installment, so hopefully if you watch chronologically, you know exactly where we're going. And if you've just seen the title, you know exactly where we're going. We are going to film number 10 of the Disney animated classics from 1 to 55, and that is Melody Time. Let the reviewing begin. So, I'll give you a little bit of a rundown of the basic information that I always give before I break into my review. So Rotten Tomatoes scored Melody Time an 88% freshness. I was quite impressed, because it seems that Disney's finally understanding how to pull it back. IMDb scored it a 6.5 out of 10. Once again, they did alright. It's an hour and 12 minutes long. Now, this film was brought out in 1948. And now, we'll jump right in. So, are you ready, Todd? He's ready. So, this opens up where it's introducing the performers that you're going to be encountering during this interesting style film. This musical medley, this set of melodies, if you will. Thank you very much. I'm just going to say I'm a little sick of the music mishmash numbers where it's just, music song after music song after music song after music song and so on. I understand why it was popular at the time, because obviously musicals were quite big at the time. So obviously I can understand it. But at the moment, I'm hoping to find a few things where we stray away from it. We walk away from it. But we'll see. So, introduces the performers, as it's going down. It's really pretty nice. I love the visuals. This film does quite well visually and in general. Music is really nice. In Once Upon a Winter Time, it's really, really crisp and sweet. It tells a story, but you're not necessarily interested in the singing, because the singing's... it's okay. It's a soft yet beautiful colour scheme with the animation, and it works fantastically. It's nice and a pretty story about, two lovers trying to show off on the ice, trying to interest each other. However, he's a bit of an idiot. And then it causes her to be taken into a terrible situation, and he saves her with a reindeer's help, but saves her nonetheless. But it's really nice. Cuts into Bumble Boogie, which is great music. It's got no real story style, but it is quite fun music, and the imagery is quite nice. I personally quite like it. Jumps into Johnny Appleseed, which is our third part of Melody Time already. And this is a historical reference about almost a belief that Johnny Appleseed was a legend to a degree, which I think is quite neat. Getting in that American heritage. I'm British, but being able to understand the American, the American culture and understanding, things that they are proud of. And at this point, they were proud of Johnny Appleseed. They talk about. Okay, I'll get this out of the way. There's a religious song, and I just went, it's a good tune, but you know what? Story's really quite a nice story, considering it's in a medley of music. It's about working hard and thinking, and having a thinking of using God to become a pioneer. God sends one of his guardian angels to tell Johnny Appleseed that you are not to go to war, you are not to be a typical man. You are to plant apple trees. Without apple trees, people lose hope, etc. Highlights how apples are really diverse, and it's fantastic. apple strudel, apple cake, and all this kind of stuff. And it's fantastic the way that it's done. And then it comes out with an amazing ending, where it ends, Johnny Appleseed passes away after God knows how long, just planting apples. Planting apple trees everywhere he goes. And then, as he passes away, his guardian angel returns and says to him, your time on earth is over. And Johnny Appleseed thinks, no, it can't be over. What else am I going to do in heaven? We need apple trees in heaven, don't we? Come on, Johnny, help us out. And that's brilliant, because it comes back round to the guardian angel reminding him why he started it in the first place, which I thought was quite nice. Okay, Little Toot, not Little Tool, Little Toot. Can't even read my own handwriting. That's a worrying sign. But we'll continue. So Little Toot, it's a story about mischief is bad, and you have to grow up. You can't stay the same. You stay the same and you stay childish, everything's going to go wrong. Mischief is bad. It really hammers this home in this little thing. Because Little Toot, he's like, hey, I'm going to be a little bit naughty. I'm not going to go out my way to be just nasty. I'm just going to be a little naughty. I'm going to be a little cheeky. And it results in a really big catastrophe. However, Toot breaks out of prison to go and save an ocean liner and gets his redemption. I thought that was quite a neat little story, in all honesty. I was surprised that they went for something as slightly depressing as it was at the start, but they rounded it off with a nice happy ending where Toot finally redeems himself, but still has that little bit of cheekiness right at the very end, which I quite liked. Okay, Poetry in Trees. Now this is a simple tribute to trees, I'm guessing. The imagery is beautiful, the great artwork, and the soundtrack is just sweet. It's lovely the way that the trees are shown as strong protectors of the animals, of the wildlife, of people. It is, it stands against any storm. Trees are part of our lifeblood. Without trees, we don't get apples and so on and so forth. It stands strong in the storm, which is amazing. It's probably the best bit of the entire film. I mean, it's awesome. I like it. I really, really like it. Anyway, we'll go on to the next bit. Blame It on the Samba. What can I say? What can I say about... Joe Karaoke comes back. Weird Mexican Bird comes back. Donald Duck. Not another one of these segments. They bring in the live action toon mix and they do it not very well again. But can't seem to win. Just when you think it's doing really well, it goes and spaffs it up all the wall. But the less said about that, the better. Otherwise, I'm just going to get sad. Goes into Pecos Bill. A quote that is in the final bit, in the last 20 minutes of which is about Pecos Bill. Homeless as a poker chip. I mean, what? That makes no sense. If any of you are watching this and you understand what that means, tell me, because what? Anyway, it's a nice little story about why coyotes make the noise that they make. And Pecos Bill is the reason for it. Brought up by coyotes, falls in love, abandons everything, and then ends up on his own, howling as a coyote. The end. I think that's it. Is that it? Anything else? that's it. The only other thing I need to do is give my score for it. So, as you know, I score between 1 and 5. Todd, what do you think? Oh, Todd, stay there. I think he's drunk. I score it a 3.2 out of 5. It's a nice watch for the first most of it, and then it just kind of just spaffs it up at the wall with that pointless segment with But as a whole, I quite liked it to a fair enough degree. It would be something of a guilty pleasure for me. Anyway, it's now time for me to move on to the next video, so hopefully you guys will be ready for that, because the reviewing is done. It's goodbye from Todd, it's goodbye from me. See you next time, guys. Feel free to like, subscribe, notifications, comments, dislikes, just go for it. Anyway, see you later, guys. Bye.